Hey guys, I'm not going to take long. Um, just wanted to have a brief conversation with you regarding this upcoming election season and be clear on where my focus is and hopefully where everybody's focus is. And as you see the shirt that I have on, ADOS, American Descendants of Slavery. I think that it's important as we approach this election cycle and every other election cycle afterwards, that we approach it with a proper perspective. And that perspective is understanding our lineage and understanding the true history of America and understanding why foundational Black Americans were brought here without having a clear and honest conversation about that, about why freed Africans were enslaved and brought to America or to this country, and not starting every single conversation, not looking at how every single policy is shaped through that lens, through that prism. I think that we're starting off on the wrong foot. So, and this shirt, folks have asked me, they've seen me walking around with it, and and asked me about it, and I said to them, this is my interpretation as a designer, as an artist, as a foundational Black American, as an American descendant of slavery. This is my visualization of who it is that I represent, what team I'm on, and how I plan to display that imagery. So when you see me in this, it should be very clear to you what my marker is, which is 1619, when the first 20 freed slaves were brought to Virginia and enslaved, not to share in the prosperity of this country, but to be the commodity to the wealth and power of the corporation of white supremacy. That is the prism, that is the lens through which I look, and everything that I do and the way that I conduct myself is through that lens. That America, its policies have never been intended to share the wealth and prosperity of this country with the foundational Black American and American descendants of slavery. So when I say that the entire system needs to be deconstructed, it is because the very foundation of it is rotten to the core. And anybody who is running for an elected office, or anybody who is serving in the capacity of what they call themselves as leaders, or anybody who seeks to be in an elected office, who is not looking at this country truthfully, looking at the condition of the foundational Black American truthfully, looking at the American descendant of slavery truthfully, is an enemy to those who are seeking to liberate themselves and extricate themselves from the very bottom of the socioeconomic ladder. Because for them not to look at it truthfully would suggest that foundational Black Americans are at the bottom of the socioeconomic ladder, are in danger of having zero wealth by 2053, that all of that has to do with their lack of effort, their lack of trying, as opposed to understanding that it is because of systemic racism, that it is because of government-sanctioned policies, racist policies, that has left the foundational Black American in the condition that he's in. Now, I'm not suggesting that we should not do work and we should not collaborate and we should not be smarter about how we do certain things, but make no mistake that in order to right this ship, in order to create the equitability that we all say that we want, there needs to be a radical shift in political power, and there needs to be a radical shift in economic power. And those things will happen through government intervention, through policy change, but not with the people who are there now. And so you will clearly be able to identify those people who are not on your side, those people who are not truth tellers, those people who are upholding a lie, because they will not ascribe to what it is that I just said. But there is no mistake when you look at the history of this country, when you look at why freed Africans were brought here and enslaved. It was never to share in the wealth and prosperity of this country, but for us to be the commodity to the wealth and power of the corporation of white supremacy. And so whether you look at the school systems and how they run, intentionally run, to ensure that our babies wind up in these jails, again, the commodity to the wealth, $390,000 a year for a cot, right? Or any other policy that has rendered us in a position to be the commodity to their wealth and to their power. So as we move forward, the distractions like today, folks were inboxing me and talking about the impeachment hearings. Those things, though they are a part of everyday life, are not the existential threat facing the foundational Black American. The existential threat facing the foundational Black American are those who would continue to prop up a government-sanctioned racist system that through its policies has continued to keep the foundational Black American underfoot. As we move forward into Black History Month, I will use this particular platform, not the Sunday platform or the Monday through Friday platform, but I intend to create a Saturday platform where we are talking about true African American or foundational Black American history. I'm going to try to remove African American from my vocabulary because I don't think that it is appropriate. I think the appropriate terminology is foundational Black American or American descendants of slavery. So as we move into Black History Month, I will on this platform speak truth about America's true relationship and brutal relationship with the foundational Black American, the American descendants of slavery. Anybody who wants to be a part of it, anybody who knows folks who have some information that they would like to contribute, I have not set a time yet for the Saturday show, but anybody who would like to be a part of it, I think that it is going to be important to do to buttress the continued miseducation of the foundational Black American and Americans at large by watering down and diluting the true brutal relationship and the way that America sees, again, through its policies, the foundational Black American. So I welcome you guys to be a part of it. I welcome you to share information and to be not only a viewer, but a content contributor. And it'll be every Saturday, starting what they call Black History Month. And I think that that is the first telltale sign that we can't just be, that there has to be a month where we're underscoring and highlighting who we are. I don't see a month for anybody else, but we have a month. So in this month, we're going to tell the truth. I just wanted to interrupt your Saturday just to make that announcement. So I hope you share this broadcast and you reach out to people, historians and others, scholars who might want to be a part of truth telling for the month of February. Thanks for tuning in, guys.